Holy enlightenment from the void, Batman. This is an air conditioner in an IT room. Second stage is froze up good. Well, I don't think this just happened today. Isn't that cool how low voltage goes right across the high voltage? Heat number 1, heat number 2. I've got this off, but the transformer is not wired up at all, so it doesn't actually affect the cooling at all. It's just heat. See, second stage cooling just to here. Guess I'll turn this back on then. This is the condensers for that air conditioner in that IT room. And this appears to be the one that's all frozen up. This is stage 1. It's not cooling. It's strange. We got super flashy sight glass, and we got oil on the solenoid valve. I'm gonna hose that thing down with some leak spray and see if I can spot it leaking. But based on the stage 2 cooling, stage 1 not cooling thing, I think there might be more to this story than just a low refrigerant charge. Fan stopped. Look at the compressor. I don't know bubbles on this solenoid valve. It's got to be leaking, but it must be a really small leak. Contactors pulled in. No pressure controls. They've been bypassed. Condenser fan is on a fan cycle control right here. Green hot wires, a classic. Always love to see that. They go down to the solenoid valve, so it's a 240 volt solenoid valve. Wired with a green wire. That's cool. And the contactor is not welded. Stage 1 is cooling now. Stage 2 is going to have to be shut down for the rest of the day. We need to find out why it's been overcooling like this, or whether it really is overcooling. So, turn off this rusty ass disconnect. Go back upstairs. Look at the thermostat. Sure doesn't look like stage 1 cycled off recently. Now stage 2 shouldn't be calling. This unit shouldn't be off. And this one shouldn't be on. Oh, see that? Well, it appears the real reason that the second stage unit froze up is because it's undercharged from a leak. And the reason it was running when the first stage wasn't running is just because they're swapped. That's all there is to that. Thermostat wires are switched, and they've probably been this way for 10 years and nobody's known about it. So this is new. This mini split was just installed by the lowest bidder. Let's have a look at what the lowest bidder did for them to power it. They just tapped off the power to this unit. See, I've got this sitting up here, nice. Water's gonna probably not get in there, but still, that looks like shit. There's one screw holding that. I guess this used to be the disconnect for that unit, so they cut the whip off of that one, stuck it in here on this box. In here, they didn't screw this on, this panel. See inside of that. So they got two 20 amp breakers there. This unit and the mini split down there. It's all just finger tight. It's just sitting there. Just There's no grommet on that. There's no excess on this. It's all just taut. And look at the way they routed the line set. It's just laying on the roof. And it's not like it really matters that much. But you want to see something that does matter? That's where they went through the building to run that line set in. This is the roof of a building. I'm on top of the second floor, and you got like 4 more floors up there. They didn't even make an attempt at sealing it. Sometimes this is what happens when you save a little bit of money by going with chuck and a truck. Here inside the first stage unit, yellow wire goes down to the condenser. Orange wire goes over to this unit where we saw it tying into the condenser. There's the problem. Look. They're backwards. So now that that's taken care of. Now stage 1 is working. Stage 2 is turned off until tomorrow.
I left them up and down. I started stuttering.
Now we get to replace the solenoid valve. Took off the little pressure switch that doesn't have a T. Just gonna shove this wire here. Then we gauge up. Alright, now we're gauged up. We got our service valve here closed. Just kick it on. That don't sound too great. I'll disconnect the solenoid valve from the top of the contactor here. I'll reopen that service valve, bypass that fan cycle switch so the fan will run. Hey, check it out, it's leaking. It's not going to happen because we got such a long line set going up there, so this refrigerant has to go somewhere. That's not much for pressure. What's going on here? It's kind of weird, man. I guess I just had to wiggle it. So we're up at 700 psi now, so we don't have room to put this refrigerant in. Now that's taken care of. We got the line set open to atmosphere. We got our new solenoid valve right there. We got our new coil right there.
Mom and Dad fought it all for you, didn't they? Put the torches up, a leak. If you leave them out there, you won't have a leak. That's not evil, that's just a little residue. And out, pull out.
So that's the valve installed. We all good. We got our vacuum pump here to do our Houston, Texas pressure test. And it's right there. The torch is right there. You never take your torch more than 15 feet away from where you just soldered, or you'll get a leak. That's the rule. You don't like it, take it up with the HVAC gods. Houston, Texas. So I just gotta attach our new coil to the end of this green wire. I watched a Big Clive
Machine,
video
he drew a
recently.
couple
He was
balls on his
playing
hand.
with a tattoo machine. It was very funny.